Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the best Sony cameras in 2020. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. To find out more information about these Sony cameras you can check out the description below. If you'd like to win one of these 6,000. Sony has always been capable of delivering one of the most capable and powerful cameras in the market, and it's done it with great mastery and passion. If you want a great budget camera from Sony's lineup, you have to check out the Sony Alpha A6000, which is a great mirrorless camera that'll deliver tons of value for its price. This camera is very compact, has tons of performance, some nice beginner-friendly features, great sensor, sophisticated autofocus system, quick operation and so much more in a single affordable body. It's one of my favourite cameras around and it's worth taking a look at. So, let's dive deeper into it. The Sony Alpha A6000 is a pretty compact camera when you first look at it, as it measures about 4.8 by 2.9 by 1.9 inches in total and weighs about 12.1 ounces, which is great because it'll fit into your jacket pockets. Don't mistake it for a fragile camera though, as it has great build quality from the best materials. The deep hand grip makes everything easier as well, so you can hold it in your hands without any problem and you won't feel any imbalance when combined with larger lenses. On the back, this camera has a good electronic viewfinder that's very detailed and sharp, and also a 3-inch LCD screen that can be tilted with a resolution of 921K dots. The controls were also very familiar and intuitive, but they still delivered a good amount of creative freedom. For the great image quality, the Sony Alpha A6000 utilises the advanced 24-megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor that's nearly full frame. I also have to mention that the Sony Alpha A6000 is a pretty capable video recorder thanks to its great amount of controls that you could choose from. Also, the hybrid AF autofocus system helps a great deal, and while we're at it I should state that the system works with 179 phase detect points and 25 contrast detect points that deliver quickness and accuracy regardless of the light conditions. If you don't have much of a budget and you want to get a capable mirrorless shooter from Sony, this is your best bet. At number 4, it's the Sony RX100-7. If you're in the market for a compact point-and-shoot camera, you're in the right place, since the Sony RX100-7 is one of the most powerful compact cameras in the market without a doubt. It's pretty fast in action, delivers tons of creative freedom, amazing autofocus performance, great build quality, aesthetical design and a wide range of features that you'll fall in love with. Without further ado, let's check it out. The biggest thing going on with this camera is the performance for its size, and let me tell you about it. The Sony RX100-7 is a tiny camera measuring about 4 by 1.7 by 2.4 inches and weighs about 9.76 ounces in total. However, with that compactness, there come some disadvantages, such as there's no hand grip in this camera, but it is lightweight and you can't change the lens for a heavier one, so it's pretty comfortable to hold overall. I should also mention that the Sony RX100-7 has tons of controls on its body that give you plenty of freedom, and also the electronic viewfinder is pretty good as well, delivering a nice performance overall. The 3-inch LCD touchscreen also is not fixed and comes as a great package for vloggers. I have to mention that the Sony RX100-7 is packed with a great autofocus system, which improved on the already excellent one of its predecessor. It delivers phase detect performance with 357 points and a 425-point contrast detect point system that makes everything super fast. It delivers instant focus, and on top of that it's packed with real-time tracking, which is an AI-powered technology that delivers a perfect performance. Also, the ISO settings are pretty good in the middle of the sensitivity range, and it removes noise properly. It's capable of 4K video at 30 frames per second, and if you don't need 4K video, it can shoot super slow motion up to 960 frames per second. The definite best point and shoot in the market, courtesy of Sony. At number 3, it's the Sony Alpha A6400. For those that want to get the most for their hard-earned dollar, I'd recommend the Sony Alpha A6400, one of the most capable cameras for its price. This camera is suited for experienced beginners and enthusiasts, but I've seen plenty of professionals using it as a backup camera since it's a great device. This camera delivers speedy shooting, a great autofocus performance, superb sensor, an ergonomic body and so much more. The Sony Alpha A6400 is constructed from a magnesium alloy throughout and has dust and moisture proofing, with a lifespan of about 200,000 cycles, which is double that of its predecessor. There's a convenient hand grip on this device that inspires confidence in your hands and is very secure overall. On top of that, there are plenty of creative controls on this device that'll help you achieve the desired image. Moving on, this camera has a vari-angle 3-inch touchscreen LCD panel that has a nice resolution of 921K dots, delivering a nice preview, and it's a great way to navigate the menus. Moving on, I should mention that the electronic viewfinder of the Sony Alpha A6400 is a pretty capable one, with a resolution of 2360K dots and true-to-life colours. The Sony Alpha A6400 is packed with some new technologies for its autofocus systems, such as the real-time tracking and real-time eye autofocus, which is powerful enough to even track moving subjects. The system works by utilising 425 phase detection autofocus points and 425 contrast detect points, which is more than double that of its predecessor. This, combined with the Bion's X processor, which is super fast and accurate, delivers a great tracking performance. For the superior image quality, it utilises the 24.2 megapixel APS-C CMOS image sensor that delivers some great detail and natural colours. It delivered good exposure and super precise colours, and the noise was kept in check in most of the ISO settings. I should mention that the Sony Alpha A6400 is capable of shooting 11 frames per second in burst shooting mode, which is extremely impressive. Combined with its great video shooting capabilities and adequate battery life, the A6400 is a pretty powerful tool. At number 2, it's the Sony A7R IV. Nearing the top of the list, I have to present you one of the most special and advanced cameras in the market, the Sony A7R IV. This flagship mirrorless interchangeable lens camera has tons of interesting features, such as its amazing ergonomics, one of the best autofocus systems, great viewfinder, 4K video quality for the ages, capable metering, and the brand new pixel shift multi-shooting mode that makes this the best high-end camera in the market. If you know the predecessor of the Sony A7R IV, you probably won't notice anything different at first look, rocking the same aesthetics and looks. However, upon closer inspection, you'll notice that there are some interesting changes in the body and design of the Sony A7R IV, most importantly on the controls department, which are now more intuitive and extremely advanced. There's also a better construction in this device and also more dust and moisture protection with better sealing. Moving on, the body is pretty solid overall and feels pretty good in the hands thanks to its super ergonomic hand grip. One of the biggest selling points of the Sony A7R IV is its performance-packed fast hybrid AF system that utilises 567 phase detect AF points and 425 contrast detect AF points that cover 99% of the vertical and 74% of the horizontal space. The Sony A7R IV is also equipped with a real-time tracking and real-time eye AF mode that delivers great performance at tracking human faces and even animals, even if they move incredibly quickly. The Sony A7R IV is packed with one of the most advanced sensors in the market, a 61 megapixel full-frame back-illuminated Exmor CMOS one. This one delivers immense detail retention and beautiful colours. This camera is also packed with a creative styles feature that allows switching between preset settings in quick succession. With 10 frames per second in burst shooting mode, a great battery life of 670 shots, and video performance that'll leave you breathless, the Sony A7R IV is one of the best cameras in the market if you can afford its price. And at number 1, it's the Sony A7 III. While there are more advanced models in Sony's lineup, the Sony A7 III is the best camera in its range for some good reasons. Firstly, because it delivers a lot for its price and it's one of the best all-rounders in the market. This amazing camera packs a great full-frame sensor, superb continuous shooting performance, sophisticated autofocus system, great battery life for a mirrorless camera, and so much more. In terms of design and aesthetics, you'll see that the Sony A7 III looks roughly the same as the flagship Alpha A7R III, and I'm quite pleased with that since the controls and dials are placed very intuitively and they deliver plenty of creative freedom. The construction of the device is also improved from its predecessor as it feels pretty substantial in the hands, giving a great feeling of security thanks to the magnesium alloy construction. Moving on, I have to state that the hand grip is pretty deep as well and is ergonomically shaped to deliver a great grip. The device is also sealed against the elements and you can take this camera for a spin in difficult scenarios and weather situations without a problem. This camera uses the same autofocus system as its more advanced sibling, the A9, with a 693-point phase detect AF system that covers 93% of the frame, and on top of that, for sensitivity and speed, it also has 425-point contrast detect points that can focus as low as -3 EV. This performance can make this camera shoot in plenty of different scenarios, including sports and wildlife photography. The tracking performance is just amazing. The Sony a7 III is packed with a 24.2 megapixel full-frame back-illuminated CMOS sensor that can take some beautiful photographs with plenty of detail and natural colours. It can also shoot 10 frames per second in burst shooting mode, and thanks to its new front-end LSI preprocessor, it has a buffer capacity of 89 compressed RAW files. Definitely the best overall, delivering a perfect versatility and an immense all-around package. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.